Ladies and gentlemen, I am actually kind of excited for Call of Duty this year after some of the rumors have come out, and the title of this Call of Duty is going to be really funny because I had this actually sent over to me at the beginning of this week, and I didn't necessarily believe it because I thought it was kind of dumb, but now that it's been explained a bit more with some rumors and everything going around right now, it at least makes some sense. The only thing I heard was the title of it, and I didn't have anything beyond that, but it's at least making more sense, and it sounds like Infinity Ward is actually going to make a campaign that is going to be, I think, controversial, and I think it's going to be interesting. It sounds like it's definitely going to be more like actually different from what we've seen with some of the past Call of Duties, at least recently, and we're going to go over that. So I'm not kidding. The Call of Duty this year appears to be called Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Let that sink in. Yep. We got Modern Warfare Remastered already, right? And now we're getting Modern Warfare. They released the remaster before the original. No, it appears to be a soft reboot of the original Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. And I like that one a lot. That was a good one. I like Modern Warfare 2 more, but there was a reason I actually liked that one more. I do think the online was a bit better, but there was a certain mission that really stood out to me. It was hard hitting. It kind of made you feel kind of weird when you played through it, but it was one of those things where it really it hit you hard. And it's a game, so you wouldn't expect that. It felt so raw and different and emotional, and that appears to be what they're going for with this campaign. Now, I know we have Activision still in the background, right? I understand that. So, loot boxes, season passes, all of this stuff. But if you're someone who really cares about the campaign, I'm starting to get the feeling that this is going to be like the campaign. We talked about how they have ex-Naughty Dog developers and employees working with them on the cinematic style campaign. And that's exciting. Now, how did this all happen? Well, Here's what happened, and it was also explained here by Jason Schreier. So they have actually been showing, Activision that is, the game to press, YouTubers, streamers. They've been doing that, I think, for at least a week. I mean, Schreier says it was a week or two. It had to have been at least 10 days. It had to have been at least 10 days, I'll say that. So it's been a little while now. And there was an embargo on it, but it was going to get leaked out. I mean, let's be real about this. Now, a soft reboot of the first one, Infinity Ward's behind it. We're seeing it this fall. It's going to be, according to Kotaku, heavy on the troubling and realistic emotional moments. Heavily inspired by the No Russian campaign mission. Do you remember that? Do you remember No Russian? That was the mission in Modern Warfare 2 that was so controversial. I remember it popped up on... That's one of the first times I've seen a video game show up in the news, like on like your 6 o'clock news, and they were talking about how it was too real, it was too close to current events and all kinds of tragedies and stuff. And that was one of the first times I remember going into a game and it asked if you wanted to skip the mission straight up. Like, it gave you the option. In the beginning of the game, it was like, do you want to play this mission? It's kind of tough, like not like hard, but it's tough emotionally for some people. Do you want to play it? And you would say yes or no. And if you said no, they would just kind of had explained it to you in the story as you went through. And essentially what it was is you go into an airport full of innocent people and you just mow them down. It was part of the story, but you just mow all of these innocent people down. And that was really tough for a lot of people because you had to do it. It wasn't like you could just kind of walk off or anything. No, you had to do it to advance the mission. And it was such an interesting situation for the game. But it was different and it was hard hitting, and I liked it just because of that, because it was different. And that's where we are now. It sounds like the campaign is going to be pretty serious, and I'm really excited about that. Now, the online, I'm sure, is going to be probably just like Modern Warfare style gunplay and everything, which I like. I liked Modern Warfare 2. 3 was all right. I think some people really like 3, but 2 I think was my favorite one. Now, this also came from Long Sensation, who put this tweet out earlier today discussing it. Just Call of Duty 2019 is called Modern Warfare. That's originally where I saw the person who posted it online. At that point, I was like, wow, okay, I guess it really is called that, because from there, it kind of spiraled out of control and everyone started reporting on it, with Kotaku as well. And then I also want to give... So there's a website that we make fun of recently because their Nintendo coverage wasn't great. Remember, they called a Direct, and that Direct never happened, but they explained their sources and stuff, and they've been a bit better with Call of Duty. And again, I'm willing to give websites credit when they get stuff right. I am. This is from Gaming Intel, and they do say that the Modern Warfare reveal is coming Thursday, May 30th. And that's very possible. And the reason I say that's possible is because they did get this right. The Call of Duty 2019 is not called Modern Warfare 4, and appears not to be. And the campaign is similar to No Russian. This was actually on the 23rd of May. Now, what I think happened is somebody who had played it or checked it out, an influencer probably gave them a tip on it. And that's, I look back on it and I say, okay, yeah, that's most likely what happened. And it's very possible that they also got tipped off about this. Now, this makes some sense, mostly because I could see them doing something with the NBA Finals. I think it's very possible. They could have a commercial, and then after the commercial on YouTube, a trailer goes up, and then we know we're going to have a panel at E3, which would be, 12 days later or something, less than 2 weeks later, showing it off in full, probably with gameplay and a bunch of other stuff as well, right? I think that's completely possible. But I am very interested in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I think this could honestly get me back into Call of Duty with its campaigns. WW2 wasn't bad. The last one, of course, Modern Warfare or Black Ops 4 didn't have a campaign. It was baked into everything apparently, and it really wasn't. So I think I'm really looking forward to this. I think it's going to be cool. And to see a reboot of the first one, Modern Warfare, where everything really shifted for Call of Duty. It's going to be cool. It's going to be interesting. The naming is weird because I know we've technically had it and we have a remaster of Modern Warfare. But as long as I can make it look different enough, I think, on the cover, and maybe change up the logo some, they'll probably be able to get away with it. But let me know what you guys think about this down below. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, taking us back to that first one, but also bringing some of the emotion from Modern Warfare 2 with No Russian. Interesting stuff. We'll look forward to next week, hopefully to see a reveal, as we're hearing from Gaming Intel on the 30th, and we'll see how that goes down. I would think that maybe, again, a commercial or something playing during the NBA Finals is most likely. But let me know what you guys think down below. Make sure you like the video if you liked it, dislike it if not, and I'll see you guys next time.